Blackstone Audio and Skyboat Media present Operation Arcana, edited by John Joseph Adams. Stories by David Kletcha and Tobias Buckell, Jonathan Maberry, Genevieve Valentine, Elizabeth Moon, Django Wexler, Yoon-Ha Lee, Weston Oakes, Myke Cole, Ari Marmel, Tanya Huff, Carrie Vaughn, T.C. McCarthy, Glen Cook, Simon R. Green, Seanan McGuire, and Linda Nagata. This book is read by Paul Boehmer, Gabrielle de Cuir, Richard Gilliland, Sunil Malhotra, Arthur Morey, and Stefan Rudnicki. Arrows, thick as the rain, came whistling over the battlements and fell clinking and glancing on the stones. Some found a mark. The assault on Helm's Deep had begun, but no sound or challenge was heard within. No answering arrows came. The assailing hosts halted, foiled by the silent menace of rock and wall. Ever and again the lightning tore aside the darkness. Then the orcs screamed, waving spear and sword and shooting a cloud of arrows at any that stood revealed upon the battlements. And the men of the mark, amazed, looked out, as it seemed to them, upon a great field of dark corn, tossed by a tempest of war, and every ear glinted with barbed light. J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings. Introduction by John Joseph Adams. Soldiers are trained so that when they are faced with danger, so that when they must initiate danger, they don't have to think. They simply react. And though their superiors do what they can to prepare them for what the enemy is capable of, their training must essentially prepare them to deal with anything, the unknown. So who among us would be better prepared to suddenly come face to face with what we thought was impossible? When I conceived of this anthology, the only guidelines I gave the authors were that I wanted stories with an equal emphasis placed on both of the words military and fantasy, and I turned them loose. As a result, the anthology ended up with a wide variety of approaches to the idea of military fantasy. When you think of that term, you might initially picture big epic fantasy battles like J.R.R. Tolkien's Battle of Helm's Deep or George R.R. Martin's Battle of Blackwater. And indeed, this anthology contains plenty of that. There's Bone Eaters, a new story from one of military fantasy's masters, Glen Cook, set in his Black Company milieu. There's Elizabeth Moon's Mercenaries.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?